You might have noticed in the utilities file that we've got two empty sections here. One says Shortcode Snippet and the other says oEmbed Snippet. I want to show you what both of these are because I find them helpful for certain projects, but they're not something that I use all the time. The first one is this Shortcode Snippet. And let me show you what this looks like on a site where I've used it. Here we've got their website loaded, and one of the things that I needed was a subscribe to emails button. When I click that, it pops up a form. This is a Fluent Forms form, and you use shortcodes to display it. So then the question becomes, how do I make a shortcode work inside of a template file? And the answer is pretty simple. All I do is add a div with a smart function and a custom code that says echo do shortcode and then the shortcode in there. Then I set that to replace the element. So this accepts pretty much any shortcode that you want, and it's a very, very simple way to just add a shortcode inside of a template file. So while we're here, I'm going to add that snippet just so that you've got it for reference. So we add a function to the div, and we say custom code. We're going to set replace element, and the code is just going to have that do shortcode in there. Now that you've done this, you don't need to worry about it again. You always have it here for quick reference. The next one's going to be this oEmbed snippet. And let me show you the use case for that on the same website, actually. Here I've created a block that needs to pull these videos based on a custom post type. So it's always going to pull the latest sermon video in this one, and then it's always going to pull the link for the live stream for the upcoming week in this one. I could do this with regular blocks and have somebody come in and modify the links on the homepage each time, but that's not going to give me all the things that I want, because one of the things that I want to do is have an archive of the sermons with some resources and some metadata attached to them. So rather than modifying the block, I created this custom post type, and then we reference the custom post type on the homepage. Again, adding a video is pretty simple inside the WordPress block editor. You just use the oEmbed object, and we're going to do a similar thing inside Pinegrow. So here's the block that I created to hold all that. And if I come in and look at this placeholder div for the video, here you can see I'm using another custom function that does an echo of a variable using the WP oEmbed get function. And again, I'm setting this to content instead of overwrite, and that's going to put the oEmbed inside this div. That way I can style the div however I want. I can give it width, I can give it whatever I need to, and it'll just add the oEmbed inside of there. This one's a little bit more complicated than the one I'm going to show you because it uses a function to get the video URL instead of putting the URL in explicitly. So here we are in your project. And again, we've got the oEmbed snippet section highlighted. I've got my div. I'm going to add a function, custom code. And for this, we're going to say content. And now we just echo a variable with WP oEmbed get. And inside of there, you just need the URL of your video.